Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to dig into Luke 23, along with John 18 and 19. These are all about Jesus' death and his crucifixion. But what these chapters do is they kind of double-click on some of the areas that Matthew and Mark didn't highlight the last time we were together. The story picks up in the middle of the night. In John 18, Jesus is led first to Annas and then to Caiaphas, the high priest. Peter follows at a distance and around a fire in the courtyard denies even knowing Jesus 3 times, even coming so far as to say he swears by the name of God he didn't know him. Just exactly the way Jesus said it would be. As the rooster crows, Peter breaks his heart. Luke tells us that Jesus actually turns and looks at Peter in that moment. It's a piercing, silent exchange that says everything about failure, but also grace. It's a moment that Peter will live with for the rest of his life. Just as Jesus is taken before Pontius Pilate, John gives us the most detailed conversation between the two. Pilate asks, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world." Pilate is puzzled. He finds no guilt in him, but the crowd insists. He stirs up the people. When Pilate hears Jesus is from Galilee, he sends him to Herod Antipas, who mocks him, dresses him in a royal robe, and sends him back again. Both rulers, Herod and Pilate, end up declaring Jesus innocent, yet they hand him over anyway. The way the Roman law worked, that these governors and people in these different regions, if they couldn't manage their people well and keep conflict away, they would be in trouble. So Pilate has to do something. Eventually, the crowd will choose Barabbas. Pilate, fearing unrest, orders a crucifixion. John records the soldiers twisting together a crown of thorns and pressing it into his head, mocking him with the words, "Hail, King of the Jews." When Pilate presents him to the crowd, "Behold your king," they respond, "Crucify him." At Golgotha, they nail him to the cross. Above his head reads a sign, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." The religious leaders wanted him to change it, but he said, "What I have written, I have written." 2 criminals were hanging on either side. One mocks, the other one confesses, "Jesus, remember me in your kingdom," to which Jesus replies, "I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." John highlights these personal moments in Jesus' crucifixion over and over, where Jesus gets personal with the criminal beside him. Jesus takes a personal moment to entrust his mother, Mary, to his disciple, John. And finally, he becomes very personal when he says, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." An eternal God, personal and protective, and the one who gives us every provision for salvation. Be well, friends.